welcome back to Conversing with Chris, the podcast. We are back, boys.
We are definitely
We are
back,
officially back.
We're back.
Guys, it's been a minute. It's been a long time. We've gone dark on the channel for a very, very long time. We are officially back in business with the help of our boy Omar from Sun City Vibes.
Hey, what's up, Omar?
We got Courtney in the building, and we got Blue. Our boy Blue, the beer guy, is back.
What's up?
And he's actually mic'd up and camered up. This is crazy, bro. This is new. Joe, how the fuck you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm ready to go. Let's get this.
You ready to go?
Let's go. Let's get this.
Dude, this is crazy just looking around. Different setup, guys. Same studio as the last, 4 podcast episodes of the old podcast. But we are back. We're going to be trying to come correct at you guys every week again, just like we used to.
Just like old times.
You know, things have switched up a bit. We'll get into that in a little bit. But, I'm glad to still have these guys with me, Blue, Joe, Omar. Thank you all for being here. Let me give you guys a round of applause really fast. A little golf clap. So, guys, this is season 2, Conversing with Chris, the podcast. And before we get this episode rolling, we have to bring back the tradition. It's called the cracking of the celebratory beer.
Hey, let's go.
And it sounds like this.
Sheesh,
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Blue, thank you. Joe, Omar, shout out to everyone. Joe, that's a water, brother?
Gotta stay hydrated, my friend.
Dude, are you all right, dude?
I went on a little president's bender, but we'll talk about that later.
Dude, I know you were on a bender yesterday because I texted you and you didn't respond all day.
I saw a text.
I didn't get one message back.
If it was that important, he would have called me. So,
well, it was important, but it's okay. I texted you at 6:30 in the morning today.
I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm good to go. What's good?
I got a text from somebody saying, "Don't you ever text me at 6:30 a.m." And that was Omar because I also texted him
and it's
at 6:30 in the morning.
I was off, so it was kind of like got me scared, thinking it was maybe my boss saying, "Hey, you want to come in some tea or something?"
You're like,
can't
nah.
do that.
So, guys, we got a good episode for you. We're going to talk a little bit about the old podcast, how that ended. We also have some trending topics at the end. We're also going to honor our founding fathers on this President's Day because we're recording this on President's Day. This will be out this coming Sunday. But maybe we'll give our favorite president. Yeah. We'll get a little political here. If anyone mentions Trump, you might get kicked out of the studio.
We're throwing hands.
But yeah, guys. For you guys who haven't seen or heard any of the podcasts I did with our boy Rob D, that was the first podcast I had done in about 3 years, and that was really the catalyst of starting to get back into the podcasting world, creating more content again. It's been a long time for me, so this is something that I've been thinking about, trying to execute, trying to plan, and we got it all set up today. And Joe, how does it feel being back in front of a camera, microphone, the lights, everything? New studio setup. What do you think so far?
I ain't gonna hold you. It feels great. We're coming back more experience,
right,
with more knowledge. We know what to do, what not to do. I'm excited. Got our boy Sun City with the equipment and the studio vibes. We got our boy Blue. Shit, it feels like we never left.
Yeah, dude, and it's crazy because that was the hardest part about trying to pick this back up was to pick it up and bring it back in the right way. You know what I mean? And this was something that if we were going to do it, we couldn't just do it half-ass.
Yeah, we can't rush into it.
So with that being said, I know for a while when the podcast ended, like I said, I take a lot of responsibility for going just completely black on social media, on the YouTube channel completely. We just didn't upload anything. I know you had worked with Misa on their new show, right?
Yeah.
What was that? How was that? I wasn't there for any of that, but what were your thoughts on that and just how the pod ended, really?
It was just kind of like a shock to all of us. It sucked, going from doing this, once a week to completely, not even talk, because I feel like we all kind of, got distant for a while. Shit happens. People go through things.
Right.
I don't blame you at all, but I'm glad you're back. And yeah, dude, as far as with podcast with Misa, I was trying to be part of it in the beginning. There was some differences. We mutually agreed to, go my separate way, which, led me to focus on my personal life, my kid, I hear
Warzone.
I hear they're doing their thing, I've never really put attention to it. I've been focusing more on my stuff, but I'm glad to be back and get this show on the road, man.
Yeah, dude. And shout out to you for, when I reached out to you about, doing the podcast again, I really wanted to bring the familiar faces back to the podcast. You know what I mean? Because it really, we really did build something.
Yeah.
And, to be able to come back and to still have that kind of familiarity with each other, bring back Joe, the producer, which you'll still be doing producing, some co-hosting with me. But I just want to say thank you, dude. And yeah, it was rough. I mean, me and you would talk. We wouldn't hang like we did.
Used to. Yeah,
you know what I mean? I mean, we did this shit every week, 2 times a week for a long time.
Started in a fucking garage, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you were actually on the first episode. Well, the episode before Misa was on.
Misa was on there.
You were actually on that one.
I'm literally an OG to this,
Yeah, and it's crazy because like you said, from the garage to, humble beginnings to more humble beginnings now, right? I mean, because we're still trying to figure out the setup. We're still trying to figure out how this podcast is going to work. I know we want to try to incorporate guests again, but for the most part, we'll do some podcasts where it's just, like us, just the way we used to. But yeah, dude, just thank you for showing up again. Was there any point in time that when everything went down and everyone, like you said, went their separate ways, did you ever envision that we would be back recording another set of episodes?
I really didn't, it was kind of like a bad breakup,
Dude, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
I know, most of our viewers, if not all our viewers, at least have gone through a breakup once. It sucks, it's shitty, you don't want to talk to them. At first you're mad, resentful, but after a while you just get over it and... Right. It is what it is type shit,
Right. But you also do want to send that text,
Oh, yeah. I missed you, but we shouldn't be doing this.
Right.
It's not your place anymore, But
yeah. You're I shouldn't be texting you. It feels wrong.
It's now it's you saw that one ex at the bar, got some shots. One thing led to another. We back, baby.
we back. Just like that, bro.
Just like that.
That's hilarious, man. But yeah, it's crazy, dude, because like you said, that... It really was being in a relationship with all you guys. It really was. No jokes aside, I would talk to you guys more than I would talk to my wife or to anybody else. So it was
dude, I would take you boys and take you guys to Ridoso and stuff for a little weekend getaway. We do stuff like that as a group and as a podcast.
And then we would get into little fights and bickerments. And it was funny because just with any other relationship, that shit isn't always just all green flowers and dandelions or whatever the fuck. Why did I come up with that? That was weird.
Right?
But,
hey. Mind you, Blue and him are cousins. So hey.
But yeah, dude, it was crazy. Just thinking of everything that we did, all the guests we ran through.
All the times we hung out. Not just the podcast. Going out for drinks and stuff. Shit happens. Move on.
Yeah. So okay. So for anybody that's watching us that may not know about the old podcast, we ran through a serious gauntlet of guests.
Yeah, dude. For sure.
You remember in Tekken when you would play and you'd go up the ladder and you're running the gauntlet? We were running that gauntlet and at the top was Buzz Adams.
Buzz Adams. Yeah, we legit went through each guest, like that, the ladder.
And then at the bottom was you and Misa. And then
was the first one.
We just kept going and then it was boom, Johnny Cage, and then boom, Cheeto and Doko, and then boom, Richie Ryan, or
dude, so many guests, man.
John Teicher, who was one of the guests that you really liked?
Ooh, I can tell you one I didn't like.
Which one? I think I mentioned this too.
Yes, she did crash a car leaving the studio.
You can say the name.
Mrs. Estela Casas. That's the one I really didn't like.
What happened, dude?
She was kind of rude. She was leaving the driveway, and I even called it. I was like, look, she's gonna crash into one of the cars, and sure enough, she did.
Yeah, and she didn't just, she gave it a tap, but then she sped away.
She just sped off. She didn't even text you or knock it down or talk about it. But,
dude, and she's part of a ownership group that owns cars, car dealerships.
We should record that and send them a little email.
On that Rob D Puras Pendejadas podcast that I was on, shout out to you, Rob D. I jokingly said that she could have given us a car David Dobrik style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just she just brings a Tesla over. We're just like, hell yeah. Like, hit every single car in this driveway again if that's how we're going to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that was funny. Austin Trout was probably one of my favorite guests.
You know, we actually recorded that on my birthday.
Oh, really?
And then we went to tailgate for the Sun Bowl.
Oh, dude, I don't remember all that.
It was enemies. Dude, you had me there at like 8-7 in the morning. I was still like hungover. I was still drunk from the night before, starting my weekend for my birthday. So we did the podcast. I saw a picture with them. You could clearly see it in my face, completely crusty. And then you're like, hey, there's a UTEP versus NMSU tailgate. Let's hit it up. And that's what we did.
Yeah, I remember that podcast being like early in the morning, like 9 in the morning.
Yeah, it was extremely early.
On a Saturday of all days.
He was like, I got shit to do. And I was like, man, who is he telling us that? And then I see him, I'm like, yes, sir. Austin, man.
Bro, he was so cool, dude. Like, just the way he carried himself, you know what I mean? And then, like, afterwards, like, we got to smoke with him, and then he told us some crazy stories.
Some crazy behind the scenes, you know, that we can't tell you what the stories were, but they were whoa. And, you know, he was actually even named by Canelo in one of his, you know, as a...
Yeah. There's like
the hardest fights.
Right, like an interview I saw, or not, I think we watched it on the pod where they asked Canelo, like, who was, like, the hardest hitting guy that you've ever fought. And Canelo's fought, like, everybody. And so for him to name Trout, like, is his number one, right?
As he was high up there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But, wow, and, you know, what an honor, you know, and he's so close to El Paso and the borderline area. And, yeah, man, shout out Austin Trout.
Yeah, dude, for real.
He ended up winning the bare knuckle challenge.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
I think it was in Albuquerque or something like that, right? Shout out to Austin, man. Just keep grinding.
Yeah, dude. And if you're seeing blue right now, guys, this is what we call the Blue Cam, and it's sponsored by Bud Light, actually. Just kidding. They're not sponsoring us, but I mean, not yet. You know, not yet. One day they will. I've been talking to Post Malone recently. So, you know, no big deal. And, you know, trying to work in that in with him and Shane Gillis, you know.
You'd be the third one.
Yeah, I'll be the third one, dude. We'll be like the Bud Light brothers or some shit, you know what I mean? Because you know how we roll. But, yeah, dude, that's crazy. And it's funny because, like, of all the guests we had, like, yeah, I jokingly say, like, Buzz Adams was, like, one of the biggest ones, which he was because, you know, that was, like, right, like, the pinnacle of, like, the podcast, like, right before everything, like, went to shits or whatever. And, you know, we won't get into, like, all the details of that, but, you know, the reason that it kind of just ended was, you know, I decided that I just needed, like, a break from everything. I was going to school still and just trying to find that balance and trying to still have a good life outside of the podcast, but still trying to put content out every single week.
It's draining, not mentally, you know, you would dedicate, you know, a full Sunday to editing. Editing's not easy. It's time consuming if you're a perfectionist like we are. But, you know, like I said earlier, it's like a breakup, you know, and everybody goes through their own personal things, and, you know, shit happens, life moves on, man. Yeah,
dude. And yeah, it's funny because, I mean, we would be at the crib chilling on a Sunday watching Red Zone or whatever, and the whole time I'm there just, like, editing the pod, and, like, now the production's a little bit different. Now we got, like Omar's going to be helping us out, so a lot of the editing is going to fall, like, more on his shoulders. Yeah. But he's, like, way faster and better at it than I am. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Especially since we've met, you know, I feel like keeps perfecting
right.
So.
And another thing too is that, like, now, like, we weren't shooting, like, into soundboard audio and then video to another source and then having to go into post and match all that shit up. Yeah. Because that's what would take forever, dude. And like, we always wanted the podcast to look crisp and, like, clean and, like, we good? Okay, my bad. And not like not where you can tell, like, okay, these guys don't know what they're doing.
MacBook recording.
Yeah. Because we were shooting off the Mac, like, most of the times. And you know what's crazy is that we never dropped the Mac. And the Mac was always on the edge of the table.
Yeah.
Like at the very, very edge, like hanging on for dear life.
If I remember correctly, didn't you take it to a Redoso one?
Yeah, we took the whole Mac setup to Redoso.
And then he was even doing homework too.
Doing homework and like editing the podcast while like you guys are like pounding 17 beers. I think Blue blacked out one of those days.
Started fighting his demons.
Yeah.
I have footage of that. If I can find it, I'll try to include it in here in this episode.
But yeah, dude, those were good times. But it was like I said, trying to find that balance, you know, was always tough. But like, I know like everybody kind of had like a lot of shit going on. But the good thing is, for the most part, most of us were that dedicated that we could push 2 podcast episodes out a week.
Oh yeah.
Which like right now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, bro,
we're fucking wilding out, dude.
That was insane, dude. Like, you know what I mean? And I wonder, like, overall, over, under, do you think I drank, like, over 1,000 beers in those 3 years?
Oh, yeah, definitely, dude. Because over for sure. Because sometimes you're already toasty by the time you got there. And I was like, dude, you just got home like 10 minutes ago. You already slurring your words.
There may have been a beer had in the car on the way to the studio. You know? Maybe 1, maybe 2.
That 3-pack was
maybe the whole 3-pack was gone. But yeah, dude. So you gonna go over 1,000 beers?
Oh yeah, I'd say over for sure.
I wouldn't bet the under on that. That's definitely not a good bet to fucking make. But yeah, dude, that
would have sold my parlay for sure. I'm going with the under.
Yeah, one of the things that I got into after podcasting, thanks to Blue over here, he turned me into a parlay monster on Prize Picks.
Dude, yeah, it all started with and I remember it too because I was here when he had just started. Blue hit me with that. Hey, you want free $5 to bet? Use my code, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And at first, I was like, "I was gonna let it go, right?" For the next 2 days, he was like a salesman. Yeah, dude. He wanted those $50 or whatever it was.
Hey, dude. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I did the same shit to Omar.
It gets you hooked.
We had like a little like production meeting, like probably like 2 weeks ago. And then I don't even know how we got on the topic, but I was like, "Yo, do you Prize Picks, bro? Do you Prize Picks?" And then he's like, "Oh, I heard about it," or you had the app. I think he already had the app. So
he just wasn't committed, you know.
Right. So
in those first,
but like I was like, "Hold on, let me send you that referral link. Make your deposit." I remember I placed a bet for him, and we crashed and burned straight into the ground. I think I hit
That's why Omar's like, "You know what? I'm good on all that."
I think I did like a 4-line. Or maybe a 5-line, but a 4-line, and I think I got one right. I think it was like Evan Mobley or something.
Hey, but you've gotten better at it, no?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy because, like, I mean, with that shit, you win some, you lose some, you know? I mean, you're not going to win every single bet because, like, why would you? It's gambling, you know what I mean? You don't go to the casino and cash out every single time.
No. I'm guilty of it, too, you know? Shout out my boy Leo Guzman. He's out there in Baton Rouge right now, but... You know, every weekend, you know, I'll hit him with the, "Hey, here's $10. Set up a little parlay real quick."
Yeah, dude. And, like, I feel, like, remember when we went to the Inn of the Mountain Gods?
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I went in there with $20, and I blew it in, like, 3 seconds. Flat.
I think I made $80 that day.
Yeah, you were the only one that walked out with money.
Yeah.
But I remember just, like, going in there, and after, like, 3 minutes, literally, like, 3 minutes, blew the whole 20. And I looked at Blue and was like, "We're going back to that dispensary before they close." Yeah. Because in Ruidoso, everything closes at like 4.
Mad early.
Like 4 o'clock, everything's closing. We were at the casino, it was like 2:30, I think.
Yeah.
And we had gone to the dispensary like when we got there the first day. And so I was like a fan of like what they had. So I told Blue, "Screw the Inn of the Mountain Gods.
Let's go back.
There's no God involved here at all."
Yeah.
Everyone's just throwing money away like crazy. And like, I was not down. And it was crazy because I remember just seeing people that were like, they look like they camp out there. And
all those señoras and stuff.
Like
with
this was like right after COVID. So you would see people like on ventilators, like at the slot machines. Dude. They were not letting it go, dude. They're like, "I will die to hit this jackpot."
Gambling's a problem. If you have a problem, please don't be gambling.
GamblersAnonymous.com. I'm sure that's a place you can go.
And then he likes to drink too. It's a bad combo, right?
A bunch of vices, you know. But okay, so what I was gonna say about the whole casino thing is I feel more at home placing parlay bets from my living room than going into a sports book, because when I go there, I feel like I don't know anything because I've never been there. So everything's so intimidating.
You already lost when you that's you already lost, dude.
Yeah. You know how I've heard that the casinos have facial recognition scanners when you walk in. So if you're wanted, they'll go and bust your ass.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I walk in, they're it recognizes my face, and then it just turns to an L, just a walking L, just through the doors.
Yep. Well, there you have it. Don't be gambling.
But yeah, dude. So that was crazy, and just reminiscing on all those times is just super wild, and I really do thank you and Blue for still fucking being here through all this shit. Omar too. I hadn't talked to Omar for a minute, but I would always text him and I remember reaching out to him about something completely unrelated to the podcast, and then we just started talking about it, and then just kind of I think he had even approached me before about doing another podcast, but this was right afterwards, and I wasn't in the right space. There's no way that was going to happen, but to be here now and to be with everybody, it feels good to be in this little studio that we put together in a day. Shout out to Blue, by the way. But I just want to say thank you guys for sure. All of you guys.
No problem. Thank you.
I don't know how you guys feel about that. I don't know if you want to be sentimental with me, Joe. That'd be nice.
I missed you for sure. I mean, we were friends before the podcast, dude. I think we're friends, whether, that was going to work or not. But look, we're back.
You're still crusty. You're still buns at Warzone.
Nah, we'll try. We'll find out today.
All right, guys. So we have a more lighthearted part for the second part of the podcast that we're going to get to right now. It's President's Day, so we might run through our favorite presidents. Why not? And then we'll talk some trending topics, just real fast, nothing crazy, just to kind of get our feet wet again. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. We're running the same YouTube channel, same Instagram. We kind of rebranded it. We're going to be posting new logos, everything on our channel. But the same RSS feed. So if you're following us on Spotify still, Apple Podcasts, anywhere, all this shit is going to come out if it never left.
You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you don't have to refollow. We kept all the socials, which was good. And so this is just going to pop up on your social media, on your YouTube feed.
So be ready.
So be ready for that. But we're going to take this quick break, and we will be right back. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Conversing with Chris, the podcast. I'm here with my brother Joe. Joe Memes, as always.
Yo.
We got Blue in the back as well.
Yo.
And we are here, season 2, episode 1. Conversing with Chris, the podcast, guys. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook. New episodes will be dropping hopefully every week. I'm not gonna lie and just say that every Sunday, but that's what the aim is for.
That's what we're going for.
That's what we want to get back to. I felt like that's the best way to get traction back on the podcast. So with all that being said, a lot of this that you're going to be seeing production wise, editing wise, post production is all going to be handled by our boy Omar Herndon at Sun City Vibes. If you guys need anybody that can help you with your content creation, whether you're making content like a podcast or you're running a small business, anything like that, hit up Omar, Sun City Vibes on Instagram, slide in his DMs, let him know that we sent you from the podcast. And this guy is going to really, really work with you to get you what it is that you want out of your content, out of your logo, the way you want to promote your business. He's going to work directly with you. And that's what we're doing with the podcast. And it's going to look different, guys. It's look totally different from our old podcast.
Way better quality. It's crispy over here.
Higher quality of production. As you can tell, we don't even have mics. We have mics, but not like your traditional
in your face mics.
Arm microphone in the face. You know what I mean? So all that is courtesy of our boy Sun City Vibes, Omar Herndon. Like I said, go hit him up if you need anything related to digital content. And
he'll get you right.
Yeah.
Come catch a vibe with Sun City Vibe.
And guys, today's President's Day.
It sure is.
Of all days, today's goddamn President's Day. It didn't feel like it because I had to work.
I did it, so that's cool.
Some of us got the day off. Some of us didn't. But
we out here.
Shout out to all of our 54 presidents.
I believe so.
53. I don't
sir.
know. Who really knows, right?
No one really knows. I stopped counting.
How do we actually know, like, our third and fourth presidents were actually our third and fourth presidents? Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's legal documents.
Is there documents of that? And they all lived in the White House? I don't buy that shit, bro. There's something going on.
Well, if I remember correctly, I think the White House already burned down once, and they had
Did
to
it
rebuild
really?
it. Yeah.
Holy shit.
See, I know my history.
Damn, a historian, Joe?
Yeah.
Damn.
You've been known this. If you've seen the episodes, you know I'm a big WW
Joe the
too.
historian.
You know, I like history. You know,
Okay,
history.
so if you're gonna go with your favorite president of all time, who's it gonna be and why?
Abe Lincoln.
Hey, Honest Abe?
Honest Abe, dude.
You know, he
was
never
about
told
it.
a lie, right?
He never told a lie. He's actually in the wrestling Hall of Fame. He used to whoop motherfuckers back in the day.
What?
Yeah, dude, and he was
Abe?
Honest Abe, and he was tall as shit too. Motherfucker was like 7'2". The Lakers probably
He
need him,
was
dog.
not 7'2".
I swear to
He
you,
was
dude.
not 7'2".
Look.
Somebody look this up. Honest Abe.
Look.
Height. Bro, maybe
He was 6'4". I exaggerated.
7'2".
So I'm 6'2", so just add 2 more inches to that. You know
Bro,
what I'm
he's
saying?
got him looking like Zach Edey from the Grizzlies.
Either way, the Lakers need a center, but the Honest Abe is my favorite president, hands down. And he's on the $5 bill. I got 5 on it.
Why do you like Honest Abe so much?
He's just a G man, Honest Abe.
What did he do?
He freed the slaves too. You know that.
What was it
Or he
called?
helped.
What was it called that he signed?
Emancipation Proclamation.
God!
Damn.
God! Dude.
And without Google, this is just off the dome. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I picture you in history class just high as shit, not learning anything, but obviously I'm wrong.
Dude, it's just it's all those documentaries I watch.
It's just there, huh? It's just like
there,
it's
yeah.
there in your stupid little head, all this useless information about Honest Abe.
Hey.
It's just, dude, man, you know what I'm gonna buy you for Christmas?
What?
A fucking Honest Abe hat, bro.
I'd be down.
big
Just give me
ass one.
$5. It'd be good.
All right, Joe. So
What's your?
ask
what's
me who
yours?
my favorite.
What is it?
That's a tough one.
That
is a-
we have like
Hold on,
59 to pick
Let
from.
me ponder. Hold on. I'm thinking out
He's
loud.
gonna say some bullshit. I know it.
One of my favorites is Barack Obama. I look a lot like him. I've been told, right? And
I can see it.
I can see it.
His retarded brother. Yeah.
Another president of mine that I really, really like is FDR.
FDR.
What does the D in FDR stand for?
Dwayne. Just kidding.
Dwayne?
The Rock Johnson.
No, that's for Delano. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. What was
That's
he
why I just
responsible
FDR.
for, Joe?
Well, I can't tell you because I don't give a fuck about it. No, I'm just kidding.
Come on, World War II, the New Deal.
Oh, yeah. He's the one that bombed them motherfuckers.
Yeah, bro. This guy was in a wheelchair
He had polio.
taking down the Russians and the Germans single-handedly. You know what I mean?
He said, "Fuck them."
And I think because of that, he's my favorite president.
You know what? He's top 5 for sure. There's a meme where it says they're giving him the papers to sign for the bombing, and they're like, "Oh, it's this city and not gonna be there anymore." You know, that's what it's gonna be, man. So shout out
I was
FDR.
trying to help you, Nagasaki.
Nagasaki, not gonna be there
I almost
anymore.
stepped on your joke. My bad. But yeah, dude, like President's Day, shout out to all the presidents out there. And thank you guys for founding this wonderful country of
Yep.
us. Right, Joe?
Yep.
Okay, so the other day, and I didn't feel any of this, but apparently Joe says there's a 5.0 magnitude earthquake outside of El Paso, right?
Yeah, about 2 hours east. It was bad, man. It felt like somebody was kicking under my bed. Like I got scared, you know. I was actually playing Warzone, and I had my headphones on, so I thought, you know, like maybe my son was like messing with me or something, and I was like, he's not even here.
You thought there was a precision airstrike?
Yeah,
coming?
dude, I was a UAV. I thought something was gonna pop off, you know. I asked my mom. She was like, I didn't feel shit. I felt it, you know. My boy Chris Molina said he felt it. You know, I heard it got felt as far as up as Ruidoso, dude.
Did you feel it, Blue?
I didn't feel anything.
I didn't feel
the fact
anything
that
either.
Molina felt it in Oregon, that's crazy.
No, he's not.
He's
Paso.
back now.
Oh, he's in El Paso now. He's been in El Paso for a year.
He said he felt it in Oregon. God.
That's a whole different
Hundred
thing.
miles away. It's only a 5.0, dude. I mean, I don't believe in earthquakes. I don't.
You felt it. You just refused to believe it.
No, I didn't feel anything, bro. I didn't feel a damn thing. And this is like the second time that there's been an earthquake in El Paso.
Yeah, the one that happened, was it last year? I felt that too.
Yeah, I don't believe this shit, dude.
That one was less, I guess, strong, but it lasted longer. This one was like strong and short.
Right. So like it was almost kind of like being in bed with yourself.
It was like, damn, all the tortas getting pounded out here. And it was Valentine's Day, mind you, so that's what I thought. Yeah. Day? I was like, SEAL Team Torta out here doing missions or what? I don't know, man.
Yo, chill. Blue, did you have any thoughts on this earthquake? And guys, if you can see Blue, it's all courtesy of the Bud Light cam that we got on him. And Blue looks good as ever, but do you believe this fool? I don't believe him.
I mean, I didn't feel shit, dude. So I don't believe him.
Could be because it was Valentine's Day and we got hammered together.
Oh, hey,
so, not like that.
No Diddy. He's like, all Diddy.
You know what? 2025, I'll let it go. You know what I mean? But Bud Light was had, and I didn't feel shit.
That's why.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. Like I said, guys, don't believe in earthquakes too much. But speaking of World War II, right? FDR, the New Deal. I saw this crazy post on Instagram, right? What do you know about the Polish army in World War II, Joe?
I know they had a bear in their ranks.
They had a bear, bro.
They had a motherfucking bear.
Okay, and this is one of those things where when I read the internet, I'm like, who's fucking with me?
Yeah.
Like, who's planting this misinformation out there? And here I am falling for it like a...
You went through a rabbit hole of this existing polar bear, Wojtek.
There's no way. Like, do you really think? Okay, so apparently the bear was an official soldier.
Yeah, he was like,
and he would carry ammo.
Yeah, dude, he would carry ammo.
He would carry. There's no way.
He would help carry. Yeah, they had like maybe like a satchel, and he would help carry injured soldiers, ammo, back and forth. I mean,
bro, his name was Wojtek.
Phonetically spelled Wojtek.
Wojtek? Oh, yeah, that's Polish, right?
Yes,
so
Wojtek.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's a cool ass name, dude. It's like I don't know, sounds like a badass car or something, But this was in fact
sounds like Vortex.
Yeah, it's Wojtek.
A little different.
But it was legit a bear.
Okay.
He grew up to be a big ass bear. It was like a grizzly bear. Just hanging out, just posted up with the maybe he took the walk to Poland. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he took the walk to Poland. Shout out Little Yachty,
Little Yachty, you were late on that.
Yeah, he was the first one to bring it out there.
Walk was in Poland.
In Poland, Wojtek. But yeah, dude, he died. Per Google, he died in 1963. Man, living his last days, just chilling with the Polish soldiers that would take care of him, man. And he would drink beer. He would smoke cigarettes. He was crazy, dog. He was wilding out.
So he was like kind of almost like if I was with the Polish.
Dude, army. He's my spirit animal.
He's my spirit animal. Drinking, smoking, carrying bullets around.
Right. Yo, what's up? You good on ammo?
Riding with the squad, no matter what. In the face of the Nazis.
Yep.
It's like, yo. And imagine being like
a German soldier, dude, seeing a fucking bear just chilling.
A bear? And it's like, bro, you drink way too much whatever they were drinking back then.
Yeah.
Or do you think they were probably eating like mushrooms too while they were at it? Huh?
Yeah, they were on a bunch of stuff. Hitler,
in the trenches, and then they find some shrooms and like, you down? Yeah, dude. You might not be here tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's get out of here. Yeah, dude, that's wild. Yeah, and honestly, that, like I said, is one of those stories where you read it and you're like, there's no
kind of hard to believe.
There's no fucking way. Like how? Like a bear? A grizzly bear? Really? Anyways, all right. So, Joe, there was a shakeup in the hierarchy of fast food restaurants recently.
I see that.
According to some Instagram page again, like I said.
You just sat there,
Maybe I'm just on Instagram too much.
A little too much, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, you can check my screen time. Nowhere as near as bad as Joe, guaranteed.
I forgot about that.
Dude, we checked his screen time once on the pod, and it was what, like 14 hours?
A day?
A day, and then you sleep like 7 hours.
Let me see.
So like your whole day is on your phone, literally, unless you're sleeping.
He's on it right now.
And he's on it right now.
I know.
But he was doing research. He was doing historical research that we needed. You know,
That's Joe
memes
memes
for you. Okay,
I'll be
read
on
that
the
screen
phone.
time report. What do you have?
How do I get there?
Oh, dude, yeah, the new iOS update. A little hard to navigate if you've never done it before, but just go through your settings tab. I'll do it too.
Okay, there.
Screen time. Screen time. Okay, I got mine. What's yours?
Oh, it's not on.
It's not on.
Oh, it's not on.
Okay.
It's because I got a new iPhone. But look, I'll start it now. We'll check it once a week. How about that?
Okay. So I have his over under screen time at 8.5 hours. So I'm going over on that. What do you got, Blue? Over? Okay. I'm sitting at 5.5 hours screen time.
Oh, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
The rest of the time, you're either sleeping or playing Warzone, you know?
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, back to this fast food hierarchy ranking, right? Last year, who did you think was the number one fast food rated restaurant?
I would have thought maybe, like nationwide, right?
Yeah. Like, think of chains. Like, you know,
I would have thought maybe
tacos, you
I would have
Mexican.
thought maybe, like McDonald's, In-N-Out, maybe something we don't have here. But looking at this list, I refuse to believe this is real.
So, Chick-fil-A was actually surpassed this year
It was
by Del Taco.
number one.
Del Taco.
You guys had that?
Dude, I've tried Del Taco.
I've never had that shit. What is it, like a knockoff Taco Bell?
Dude, Del Taco used to be here.
I've had that in
No, wait, what? No.
Yeah, Del Taco had places in El Paso.
Nah, I've never heard.
Dude, I swear to God, there's a Del Taco in El Paso at one point. Somebody Google this. I could be wrong.
No, I've never seen a Del Taco in El Paso, my boy.
Okay, so why aren't they in El Paso then? This is like their market, bro. Tacos.
Yeah,
Well,
because we got
everyone has
Taco Bell.
But I mean, think about it. If you're Del Taco, you're looking like as a business standpoint. You look at El Paso, you're like 98% Mexican. No way. Let's put some goddamn
That's
tacos on the ground.
that's Del Taco
You know what I
franchise
mean?
owner's dream, dude.
Like, let's put some tacos on the ground, like ASAP. Does anybody see anything about El Paso Del Taco?
no,
Am
I can't
lying?
even find a.
You're lying.
I don't think I'm lying, bro. I swear to God, because I know they have one like going to Albuquerque.
I
No?
think it might be in.
For whatever reason, the taco did not make it in El Paso. Maybe that means that the critics.
Okay, they said did not
Says,
make it.
for whatever
so
reason.
they were
Del Taco
here.
did not make it in El Paso.
They were here. I swear to God.
That's right. Once upon a time, not too long ago,
Yes.
we had a Del Taco in
Yes.
El Paso. It was on the west side, and then Starbucks now stands once where it
Oh, I
once
swear to
stood.
God, bro. I see.
I've lived here all my life.
Well, that's what you say.
There's been a few. I mean, I've lived in Austin in like 2011, dude. I was 19,
like
20.
2 weeks, dude. That doesn't count. Unless you change
I was
the address on your
I was
license.
out there for about a year, and then the next year I was in Albuquerque. But we got here in 1991. I've never seen a Del Taco.
That's like traveling to Cancun on a like a resort vacation and being like, yeah, I spent like a month in Mexico City.
No, I legit lived. I lived 1 year in Austin, 1 year in Albuquerque. But I've never remember even hearing about a Del
I
Taco.
can't believe I was right. I knew it, dude. I was like a dog with the bone on that. Like I was like, I knew.
Dude, how old were you? Like fucking 6? Like,
No,
do
dude,
you want
no.
nuggets? No, I want Del Taco.
No, I was old enough. I was old enough to know like there's a fucking Del Taco.
Did you never ate there?
No, I did. I've been to Del Taco.
No, but here when it was here.
Yeah. And that's why.
okay.
That's why I was like surprised that it went away. And then for them to be now and
Was it fire?
Well, yeah, it was good.
What would you get there?
I mean, you get the tacos. They have burgers. Burgers are pretty good. They got some burritos.
Is that true? She can vouch.
Dude,
That's
I've
your
had
shit?
Del Taco a few times, right?
Okay.
I'm still choosing Taco Bell over it because
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Dude, I'm actually in fact gonna go get some Taco Bell right now after
Yeah,
this.
yeah. So I mean, but just like I'm like astonished that it didn't make it here, and now it's rated the top
Number
fast
one
food restaurant
in America, followed by surprisingly KFC.
Yo, shout out to KFC.
It's next.
Shout out to Colonel Sanders.
Honestly, and it's
guy.
a hot take. Don't come for me, but I like Church's better than KFC.
Really?
Yeah, I like the spicy
I'm not mad.
chicken.
I'm not mad about it. Yeah. That's what KFC needs to do. Is they need to fuck around and make spicy
Like
chicken.
spicy, because they're spicy. Their idea of spicy is buffalo.
Right. And like the other thing they do is like extra crispy. No, bitch. I want fucking spicy chicken.
Extra crispy spicy
It should
chicken.
already be crispy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fried chicken. What the fuck? You know what I mean? But anyways, one thing underrated about KFC is their chicken tenders. And if you're a Canes fan, I deplore you to go try fucking KFC's tenders, right,
KFC's
Blue?
tenders.
Yeah.
Bro, tell me they weren't smacking that one night.
Dude, I almost died, bro.
He almost died.
It touched your soul. You started
That's
crying.
my chicken tender. Only fucking Blue would let that happen to him. But no, they were solid, right, dude?
Yeah.
Not capping. No cap. Look, no cap. Okay.
No cap. No cap.
But yeah, like I said, I would recommend the chicken tenders from KFC over Cane's, and that's a
Cane's is just buns.
That's huge, you know. And like Cane's is alright, but like Cane's sauce is just like eh.
It's terrible. You need to add some of that Louisiana on there.
Yeah, I think that's the main ingredient. You add that, and then you're busting, dude. That's like right where it's at.
As far as these, Hardee's is just Carl's Jr. We have Chick-fil-A at 3, In-N-Out, which is buns, at 4, Hardee's at 5, which is Carl's
buns,
Jr.
In-N-Out.
Captain D's, I don't even know what it is. I don't even want to eat that, dog. That's some Diddy ass shit.
Yo, I heard that's Omar's favorite restaurant, bro.
Captain D's, and it's just a big old D's. Hey, yo. Taco Bell is number 7.
yo.
8 is Popeyes. On Popeyes, they did release a collab. Don Julio,
Yeah, I saw
Popeyes
that.
collab. They were having bottle section type service, you know, with the bottle girls, but it was with chicken infused with Don Julio.
Right. Tell me your demographic isn't African American.
Oh, they knew what they knew what they were doing.
If you got a Don Julio.
They know what they were doing, dude.
Sponsorship.
Somebody in corporate was like, you know
Bottle
what?
service at the Popeyes is wild, son.
Yo, I got a section come through.
Bringing out bottles, and then the next waiter's bringing out biscuits. Like,
Yeah,
just
dude.
like, what?
They
is
somebody was
crazy.
cooking out at corporate Popeyes.
Dude.
That's at number 8. And then we got Zaxby's. I don't know what it is. I've never been there.
They don't have those here. It's like in the South.
What is it
Tennessee.
like?
It's like chicken.
Oh,
Like
okay.
another Popeyes.
And then number 10 is a surprise for me. These motherfuckers got the beef. What up with it? It is Arby's. And number
They got the
10.
meat, son.
Oh.
Not the beef. The
No, I said we
meats.
got the meats. Oh, beef. What? They got the meats.
Including beef, apparently.
Everything. I fuck with it.
I fuck with Arby's, too.
Some of that cheddar
Dude,
sauce in there.
That mocha shake they have there.
Oh, it's gas.
Good God. But yeah, dude, that's crazy. Anyways, I just saw that that list, and I was like, yo, this is not right. You know what I mean?
Where's Whataburger? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, it's still a regional thing. But then again, how is In-N-Out on there?
Yeah, they have. You know, they have some in Florida, Whataburgers.
Yeah, they also have Peter Piper in Florida.
They do.
You guys know that?
I still feel like it wouldn't taste the
I
same.
heard it's balls though.
Yeah,
Like, so don't go there.
because they don't got the beans in the kitchen like we do down here. You know what I'm saying?
All right, guys. This was season 2, episode 1, Conversing with Chris, the motherfucking podcast. We are back like we never left. And I want to say shout out to y'all for tuning in. This was just a quick pilot episode, just to, you know, get the feet wet. Make sure that Joe still knows how to speak English. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He was gonna come on and we were gonna do a Spanish podcast.
Hey, I could do it in Spanish, you know, or actually, I could dub our episodes in Spanish.
The
if
whole
we need
time
to.
is like me trying to speak to Joe in Spanish. We get like nowhere with the podcast.
Yeah,
and then a lot of people would laugh at me.
Yeah.
It's kind of disrespectful. I'm trying. Okay.
We trying out here, but we back.
But yeah, dude. Thank you for being here, Joe. Blue.
Shout out, Blue.
Shout out, Blue. Say something. And that beer's cold, dude. Goddamn, dude. Jesus Christ. But you look good, Blue. Omar, thank you again, once again. Guys, make sure you follow all of us on Instagram. Omar, Joe, me, the podcast page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm sure we can get that bitch up to 600 subscribers. I think we're at like a little over 500. Let's try to get that to 600. If you guys have not shown anybody the podcast, make sure you hit share whenever.
Share
we
with
drop
your friends,
this.
with your family, with your
Show your
mom,
mom,
show
your
baby
dad,
mama,
whoever.
your baby daddy.
But thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's been a while. We apologize. I apologize sincerely from the bottom of my heart. But if you guys are still riding with us, thank you very much. With all that being said, guys, we are